Oh, sorry for that. Ouch. Why am I so loud? That was unintended. Let me quickly turn myself down a little bit. Hey everyone, and welcome to a new stream. And the first official stream from Europe mainland, out of Spain. So move is finally done. And I have good news. I just got confirmation today that the rest of my studio is on the way and will arrive at Rotterdam port on Christmas Day, December 24th. And then it might be another few days till it arrives here in Spain. But then I finally have my screen back and my bikes are here and all the rest of my studio and my guitars and everything. So I'm really eagerly waiting for that. So fingers crossed everything makes it safe across the ocean. But for now, the studio is starting to take shape. I got my monitor stands today, so no more paper boxes on the desk. I tried to damp the keyboard a little bit because there's a lot of noise coming through the mic. Remco, you will pick it up in Rotterdam. Sounds good, but you need quite a big transporter for that. I started building my acoustic panels. The first two I've done today. More coming tomorrow, I guess. We'll build more tomorrow. But coffee is ready, and let's stop talking about the studio and dive straight into what we are going to talk about and listen to today. So let's switch here. We still can have a little bit of background music, I guess, before we actually start. And so what we are going to take a look at today is a brand new library by Ollie. I should have opened that up before the stream. Ollie, there we go. audioollie.com. Let me first and foremost paste you the link so you can check it out yourself. And they have just released Nashville scoring strings. As the name implies, that was recorded in Nashville. It's a full-blown string library. And hey Nordic, hey Nif, John, hey everybody. Sorry if I haven't mentioned you. So it's on intro price for $3.49 instead of $4.99. You can watch the videos and the technical walkthrough and some overview patches. There has been an update that was just released today, and I managed to install the update just before the stream. So we're working with the 1.1 version. There were some issue with some of the samples in the initial version. But yeah, audioollie.com. And before we actually jump into the library to listen and see what it sounds like, also thanks to Ollie for providing a giveaway copy today. And all you gotta do for that, as usual, you have to have a Facebook account, jump over to this Facebook post and leave a comment there. One comment is enough. It doesn't matter if you comment 1 or 10 times. We will only count one time using a page called Random Comment Picker. And just so you see, the same link that I just posted. And right now we're looking at 30 unique comments. And that's about it. Let's jump straight in. Stop the music and look into the library. Let's delete this. So Nashville scoring strings. One thing that I want to mention is that there are two different sample sets for this library. So you get the denoised recordings and also the raw or non-denoised recordings. So you can check. We will check out both so you get the idea of the difference. And this is what the folder structure looks like. There is violins, violas, cellos, basses, full ensembles, some additional patches. Don't look into the custom, that is just something I did. Saved some of the patches with MIDI CCs pre-applied, etc. So that is not necessary to look at today. And let's just load the first instrument. Obviously, the first thing I always check is the legato. So this is the denoised sample set, and this is running straight through the main output. So there's no processing applied. This is the straight sound out of the library with nothing else. Just the deca right now for the violin's legato. Sorry. So that's the deca sound. We have 4 different mic positions for the whole library. So let's load them all and check the close mic. Then, I mean, the deca, we just had that. Then we have a white mic position. And last but not least, a surround mic position. There's no slurred legato in the library, so it's all bow change legato. And you can hold down the sustain pedal to re-trigger a bow change on the same note. So that works. Let's bring in all the mic positions. On the long articulations, we have an advanced tab. And what you can do here, I actually did this. This is the custom folder here. I personally prefer to have the mod wheel have a wider range of dynamics. So when you, right now in the standard setting, when you load the library the first time, this is what it sounds like. And I just prefer to have the PP value, so the very quiet, a little more, so I expand the dynamic range, and that means it goes even quieter. That is even more recognizable on the short articulations. Is there a non-vibrato patch as well? I haven't seen any, so I don't think so. That is all in terms of controls for the long articulation. So let's quickly check out the legato alt Sordino. Hey Jamsin, thank you. Hope you have a good stream as well, at least enjoying it. I'm not really sure if that is true Sordino or if that is artificial through filtering. So the articulations are the buenos dias. Hey, source 4. The articulations are the same throughout the instrument groups. So let's go through them one by one. Starting off with Colenio on the... I keep it on the Decca mic for now. And one thing, we have an additional tab here for short articulations, and also in the advanced there is an additional control. The library overall has a negative track delay of minus 140 milliseconds, and you really, on the short articulations, feel that when you play, like hitting the key and you can grab a coffee in between and then the note sounds. So it's 140 milliseconds before the note sounds. Sorry for that, after triggering. So in the short articulation, if you prefer to play your stuff live, that can hinder a little bit the process. So you can offset from minus 140 to 0, which cuts very much into the sample and sounds bad, but it immediately reacts to your playing. Versus... So what I always do with that kind of stuff, I usually have a MIDI controller assigned to that offset button. In my case, it's usually CC17, because that aligns, for example, with my Audio Imperial libraries. And so I just need to, on my complete controller, I just need to hit a button if I play it in. And then I hit it again, and the track sits at minus 140 overall. So then everything aligns to the grid. You can also, with this little button, you can stop note buildup. That means that a new note cuts off the preceding note. There's not that much of an audible difference on the Colenio right now, but we can look into that a little bit later. The shorts also have this modulation tab, which honestly, I have not really worked with much and got a much of an understanding of why that is there. So it's an high pass filter that has an ADSR curve attached to it. Same with the low pass cutoff. I'm not really sure why that is there. You can reduce the noise. I think you can. That means you can cut into the end of the sample. Although I personally think that the samples are already quite short and dry. These are not new headphones. It's still my DT990 Pro that I had in LA. I took them with me and they survived. Well, the cable not so much. I just realized there's a little, sometimes one side. I need to get new headphones. That's what I want to say. So any any donations welcome. No, just kidding. So, Colenio, let's jump to the next one, Consordino. And again, when we expand the dynamic range, you can determine how soft you want to go with the lowest mod wheel setting. You love the lighting. Thank you very much. Actually, it's a little pink for my taste right now. So we can do this. Let's go blue a little bit. Again, all mic positions on the Consordino. Let's go red. Nah. Sorry. Damn, now you got me. So, hey Alan! Yeah, welcome back to Europe. Indeed. Really enjoying being back in Europe, especially with the food. I would have never thought how much I have missed European food. Just a freaking damn regular bread. I mean, I loved it in the States, but they do not know how to do bread. Let's quickly check out the harmonics. If you hear strange noises, Cookie is playing right next to me. Psst. Now is no playtime. Really dig the sound of these harmonics. Like that a lot. And we have the legatos, the longs. Again, I'm not really sure if the alt Sardino is an artificial one. And there's no... Hey, Rico! By the way, if you want to check out Rico's YouTube channel and the demo that he did for Nashville Scoring Strings. Amazing track, brother. Very well done. I really like that. Very cool sound. We have marcato patches, which I really like. By the way, want to see the keyboard? The only thing that I'm not really fond of is that the marcato is not velocity sensitive, so it's also controlled just with a mod wheel. Yeah, again, I apologize for everyone trying to watch on Twitch. There seems to be a strange issue going on right now with an error 1000. I have the same error. I tried different servers, but that does not seem to do the trick. So if you want to, and the chat on Twitch is working, funny enough. So if you want to join, please head over to YouTube. I have no way of fixing that right now. The only real Sardinos in the longs, not in the legato. The alt Sardinos are emulation. Yeah, I figured. I thought so too. So, and then let's quickly jump into the short articulations. We have pizzicatos. Good Abend. So that's the pizzicatos, and one of the most important things, of course, the spiccatos. What do they sound like? And again, if you grab or go into the sample, it sounds not as good, but it's more playable. So that is a good moment to show you the difference between the denoised and non-denoised samples. So when you get the library, it's all in one folder. And what I did and what they recommend to do is to create a new folder. I named that Nashville Scoring Strings Raw. I copied the instruments folder and then moved the samples folder non-denoised into the new folder and then just batch resaved all the patches. So now I have two folders, Scoring Strings and Scoring Strings Raw. So let me add the spiccatos from the non-denoised folder and bring the cookie. Stop it. So just make sure that everything is on the same page here. Oh, cookie, no, stop. The packing box under the monitors have gone because my monitor stands arrived today. Oh, now we have both. So let's mute this. So this is the denoised sample set. And this is the raw sample set, non-denoised. And you can really hear the room noise in the samples there. And especially a lot of low end going on. If we look at that in the EQ, this whole range here, you still have some of that in the denoised samples, but not as prominent. So it really depends on your preference, and I like the idea of having both options available. But yeah, it's a lot of buildup that happens in the non-denoised samples. So just so you know the difference between the two and why these are there. For the stream and for the time being, I prefer to keep going with the denoised sample set, just so you know. So we have two more articulations to check out. We have tremolo violins. I think I loaded the raw sample here. Sorry. I meant to do the tremolo patch here from the denoised sample set. So the cool thing is about the raw sample set is that you can, if these are too denoised for your taste, you can load the other ones and apply your own processing. So that's cool. I sometimes wish that I would have an ADSR control to maybe raise the release a little bit. So the release oftentimes feels very abrupt. But on the other hand, that translates well into how the strings behave with reverb. So we come to that in a little bit. So there are pros and cons for both approaches. But the library has a very direct release. So again, we are still on the raw sound with no processing applied. Also, the EQ does nothing here. And last but not least, we have a trills patch. And these trills can be controlled in two different ways. In the advanced tab here, you can see that you can control them either through velocity. That's actually the first time I see that approach. On soft velocity, you have a half tone trill. And on louder velocity, you have a whole tone. But I actually prefer to determine the trill by the way it's played. So when you play a half note apart, F and F sharp, for example, you get a half tone trill, and F and G, you get a whole tone trill. So I like that approach more. I appreciate the fact that they included both versions. And you can play multiple trills at the same time. So that's also cool. So you can play different trills. Then there is the whole thing again, violins B, and that has led to some confusion on VI control and also on the others because of the way it was worded in the initial teaser and trailer. So what this is not a different recording, it's a different pass through editing and sample magic and wizardry to create a second sample set. Pretty much, if you compare it, when we know about that +2, -2 transpose trick to create a second violin for libraries that don't have it. This is kind of the same thing. So it is not an entirely different recording, but, and I don't really care about the fact that it's a different recording or not, but what I care about is the sound. So when we play these next to each other, you will see what the difference is. Let's do all the mic positions. So, and one thing that gives that away, that is the same sample set, just treated differently, is that there is no change of loaded size. So 1 patch and 2 patches of these are both 0.85 gigs. So it's the same samples but treated, and have a listen to what the difference is. So this is the original violin's legato. And this is the B set. And the cool thing is, of course, you can layer them. And this is what they have done in their, there's a full entire different folder called Instruments Symphonic. And this is pretty much the A violin and the B violin, or whatever section, also the cello, combined. So this is both instruments. So you kind of instantly double the section size with these two different sample sets, or two different tweaked sample sets, which is pretty cool. Considering the fact that you get like even kind of a divisi option, or at least violins A and B, but you also get violas A, B, cello A, B, and even basses A, B. So lots of sonic choices to work with in the library. Well, to be honest, I mean, that discussion has come up quite a lot on the comparison with cinematic studio strings. The choice of articulation is very similar, although the shorts are, there are more options for shorts in cinematic studio strings. But the main difference is that the tone is way darker for the initial sound of Cinematic Studio Strings. So when we look at the mix patch, just the legato. So when we do the other ones. I mean, both libraries definitely have their place. But I think there's a very significant sonic difference between Cinematic Studio Strings and Nashville scoring strings. Once more, just so we have a comparison. I mean, the ultimate giveaway for me for NSS would have been if they would have done not only bow change legato, but also slurred legato or even portamento legato. That's what differentiates, of course, Cinematic Studio Strings by a lot from Nashville scoring strings. But it's no dead giveaway for me. It's just it's something like, it would have been nice, but you can still do a lot of great stuff with Nashville scoring strings, even when you don't have slurred legatos. So I will not go through all the patches for violin B. It's the same thing as we just looked at. So let's quickly check out some of the other instruments. Let's look at the legato for the violas, which I personally also really like. And also let's give you another reminder that we have a giveaway today as well for the library, thanks to Audio Ollie. And all you gotta do for that is leave a comment underneath this Facebook post that I just posted in the chat. So head over there, leave a comment, and we will do a drawing at the end of the stream. Right now we are looking at, let's check it. Where are we? Random comment picker. Of course, right now it's not working. So let's do that again. Why is it not working right now? Oh, I'm not logged in. So let's do this. Okay, now we can check it again. Okay, 82 comments already, holy moly. So some of you guys and girls seem to be interested in getting this library. Hey, 007, long time no see. And Camille, bad internet in Europe. No, it's not, it's not. So, violas legato. Freestyle jazz. Cellos, also very important. Like every other section of the, I mean, I don't go through all the single instruments. So that was one of the patches that had an issue with the initial release. So the fix has been released today. So if you got the library already, make sure to check out the Pulse downloader. I have mentioned that, by the way. The library comes with a Pulse downloader. So make sure to grab the latest version. And the old version had a flanging issue from that interval to the G. So that's fixed now. That's what I wanted to say. One thing that's also cool, you can layer the sordino and the legato patch. That also gives a nice color to the sound. Check this out. In regards to heavy on CPU, no, it's not really. I mean, you have to consider the fact that I loaded 4 mic positions, so it's streaming 4 times the sample. It's not on my NVMe drive. It's on a regular SSD drive that is attached to my SATA port. And it's not a Samsung SSD. I think that is a Crucial, so some kind of cheap SSD. If you just work, for example, with the Decca position on the legato, so with 1 mic position, it is pretty normal in terms of CPU consumption. Sorry. And cheers, coffee. The cello marcato sounds great as well. Again, if Audio Ollie is watching, I would love to have a marcato patch version that is not controlled with a mod wheel, but with velocity. Hi, Nilesh. India, nice. I really dig the sound of the cellos. Spiccatos. And again, just to mention that you have control over the offset of the sample because there's a 140 millisecond delay when you play the note, which makes it bad for live playing, but you can offset to have a more immediate response. If you go all the way, it sounds very synthy and artificial. But obviously plays faster or feels more immediate. Jakarta, Indonesia. Wow, what time is it there? Isn't it middle of the night or early morning? Must be like 4 a.m. or something. Thanks for staying, for getting up early to watch us. And again, you have this like note interrupter that cuts the preceding note with the next triggered note to avoid the sample buildup. Turn it off. It's way more direct when you turn that on. Depending on the style and music you're working on, that can be really helpful. And also you have all the B patches again, so you can combine these for a bigger section. The cello's legato sound really good when you combine both of these with, say, MIDI channel. It's kind of like just double the section. Hey Vladimir, hello to Moscow. These are the cellos, and then we have the basses. One thing, the Collegno, for example. Oh yeah, I read that. I did. So Jürgen, by the way, greetings to the pregnant wife, and thanks for the greets, and enjoy the apple. How does a close mic sound on the basses? Oh wow. Nice. Very bitey. So then we have one extraordinary great patch. Basses harmonics. Listen to that. Really dig that sound. Very nice. Then we have full ensemble patches. So let's quickly check the longs just with the Decker mic. That's another patch where I personally feel that the release is a little bit too short. Let's try the surround mic, helps a little bit with that. But then again, if you put that into a room, let's take Seventh Heaven, for example, use the Boston Hall, maybe with 2.1, like this. So reverb definitely helps in lengthening the tail, and depending on how much you give it to it, you can even put them into a bigger space. So that's definitely a really, really nice sound. When we just use the close mics for the full ensemble with a little bit of reverb, like someone online used to say, a splosh of reverb. I like that as well. Or just the wide. Maybe we should change the key. How do the short notes take the reverb? Maybe close and deca, or close and surround. What does that sound like? Bring the close a little bit down. Oh god, I so suck at classical music. Don't make me do that. It will always be bad. But also with the ensemble patches, you can also layer the sounds. So you could, for example, bring in just the widened deca from the B and the close and surround from the A. That sounds like this. Little bit wet for my taste, so we can bring that down a little bit. But also right now you can see with a full ensemble, I think it's not its own sample set. I think it's all the samples from the individual sections combined, because when I load 2 patches with 4 mic positions overall, I run into CPU issues or disk reading issues. as you can see here. So you'll is correct. But I mean, this is really straining a lot because I think it's ×4. Let me quickly check that. So the Decker on the full ensemble patch is 191, and the Decker on the violins is 85. So that pretty much means the full string is not a sample set, but it is violins, violas, and cello and bass combined. I think. I'm not sure, but I guess so. Which would mean that we stream 4 times the samples. It's not really, I cannot really tell from the, I mean, I could look in under the hood. In the mapping editor, how many groups do we have? I still cannot see if it's the individual sections. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. The thing is that that is straining the system, of course, quite a bit. So that shall conclude a look at... No, we have 2 more things to do. First of all, there are these additional patches, which is just cello, alt, pizzicato, and spiccato, which sounds like this. Everetic, I'm very sorry again if you're watching and trying to watch on Twitch. The chat is working. I have not really an idea why it is not working on Twitch. There's like this error 1000. I tried different server settings, but for now it doesn't seem to work. It works when I restart the stream and then don't refresh the Twitch page. But as soon as I refresh the Twitch page, it goes back to that error 1000. So sorry for that. So if you are inclined to watch, head over to YouTube for the time being. And again, Nashville scoring strings, just leaving you a link here in case you want to check it out or get it in case you don't win it on today's giveaway, which you can reach via this link. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think about the library, and you can grab a copy of it today, thanks to Ollie. And right now we are looking at 108 comments. You guys are crazy. How can anyone be so lucky to win amidst 108 other comments? Not possible, I tell you. But let's quickly check what's the difference between the cello alt spiccato and the regular cello spiccato. So that is alt. Let's turn off the reverb. And the regular one. Definitely sounds like a different sample set. Not really sure what they did there, but it's nice to have options. These are available for cellos A and B. And then also there are multis. So let's check out this. We have slurry shorts, which is quite clever, which is a mix of spiccato and trills. Why is my Facebook not logged in? Oh, I know why. Because I tried to clear my browser cage because Twitch wasn't working. Who subscribed? Who subscribed? Why did I miss it? Oh, Super Chat. Thanks so much. What a great name. Ram. Nice to have you around. Kaki, thank you so much for donation for the headphones. I really appreciate it. New headphones coming soon. Let's replace that. We have an octave legato. No, we don't, because I didn't batch resave this sample set. There we go. Hey, Kettle. That's really nice. Low octave spiccato. Good to have that as an option. I would have hated to have that as an initial sample set, just the octaves. So, but it's great to have that. Ramco Ram is a patron as well. By the way, that leaves me to quickly say thank you to all my patrons out there. If you want to, you can support me on Patreon. Link is in the description, patreon.com/composingtutorials, with some free patches, giveaways, one-on-one tutorial sessions if you like. Check out the different tiers that are available on my Patreon page. And for all of you who already support me or have supported me, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So Patreon is going to stay even in Europe. I think it's going to change to Euro as well, and there's some issues with VAT and everything, but we'll figure that out. And yeah, also if you like the content on YouTube, please make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. Leave a comment below when the video goes live after the stream, what do you think about it, and always open for suggestions, criticism, and also, of course, thumbs up, you know. So, without further ado, let's check out the last part of the stream, which would be to put the whole thing into context, which means not into contact, but into context, which means let's write a little bit with it. But before we do that, I want to make sure that this now goes through my string chain. And I want to remove the seventh heaven. And I want to activate the FAB filter and the FAB folder. There we go again. Wasn't there something about that? Let's clear this. Reset multi, and let's start with loading. Let's load just the violins legato. Maybe close and wide. I really like the sound of these two. Bring the close a little bit to the left so we have them in situ. Emberize, it was the bass harmonics. That was really a great patch. That was actually Ollie told, not Ollie, Ryan told me to specifically check out that patch because it sounds gorgeous. And he was right. So what I usually do when I work, or when I started to work with the library, so you can see there is a little bit of noise and rumble going on, which we actually don't need. So I just put a low pass with a like 24 dB slope at around 150. So pretty much what I'm going to do is take the lowest note of the violin and place, so this is here at 170, and place the low cut quickly shortly below. So it really takes off just the low end that is not needed. And then for the other instruments, just adjust to taste. So for the violas, bring it down to 120, for the cellos to like 70, and for the basses to 40 or something. Just to get rid of the low end that is not needed, as you can see in the graphic here. This area here is what we don't need in the samples. So that is, oops, violin legato. And I am, actually it's violin A legato. So I'm gonna leave you on a quick break because I quickly gotta get rid of the coffee, and I will be back in a second. Then we start writing a little bit with this. So I will see you soon. Cheers and thanks for waiting, because we have a giveaway to do, so don't go anywhere. Quick pause, then we'll be back. So let me know if we shall rename the coffee break to pee break. So, did I miss anything? So, no, I don't have a Dio in Solidus choir. Pee break. Last thing that I want to do is just to remind everyone that we have a giveaway for the library. Thanks to Audio Ollie. All you gotta do is leave a comment underneath this Facebook post. Post it here. Again, I am sorry for all you guys watching on Twitch. I don't know why it's not working. There seems to be an error with the Twitch stream. So jump over to YouTube to take a look, and let's jump into the DAW and start writing a little bit of music. Shall we? Drink break. Well, then I prefer coffee break to that. I think coffee break is fine still. So in case you're wondering, this is now a little bit processed because it's not running through the main output anymore, but through my string bus, which means there is a little bit of seventh heaven applied on the bus, so it's not dry anymore. And again, the library has a overall track delay of 140 milliseconds. So when you record something, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it's even more prominent in the short notes, but you can technically put the whole thing onto the grid. Let's do eighth notes. So if you don't adjust for the track delay, if you keep that at 0, what happens is when you play to the click, so it's way behind the click. So you could either move the whole thing 140 milliseconds, or most DAWs, and now Studio One as well, support negative track delay. So you can So on the long, good question with the sample start, you cannot adjust the track delay on the long notes. You can only adjust it on the short notes, which I don't really understand why that is, but it is what it is. So when we, for example, say the spiccato, I use close and wide. I'm going to do that again. Close and wide. Put that a little bit to the left. And on the short notes, you can adjust the sample offset. I usually resave all my patches because I put that on CC17. So the same controller that Audio Imperia has, for example, for their libraries. So with my button here, I can quickly change the offset. When I record, I bring it all the way up. Sounds shit, but when you play back then, so you can adjust the sample start on the short notes if you want to play them in live. So that's possible and recommended, I guess. You asked what the reverb setting on the string bus is. So let's quickly bring that up. So as you can see, I have no send effects on the I could technically, if I want to, can bring in some. And this is really, the reverb is more if I need some long algorithmic. But don't need that. And right now, all I have is one instance of seventh heaven on the stemming tier. So on the string short, there's an instance of seventh heaven, and it's pretty dry still in the mix. It's the Boston Hall with 2.3 second hall. When we turn it off, so on the long strings, I think I have it open just a tad more. Yeah, it's -10 instead of -12. So it's just a little tad more reverb, but the same setting overall. Need a different mood. Let's go with blue. Bluish type of. So the thing is, we need something to start with. So using, I think that's noir. Yes, it is. Nah, not using noir. Let's load my standard Fef piano patch. There we go. Hi, Kevin. Hello. Maybe we should do something ballad-like. That's actually 1, 2, 3. This piano is my personal favorite patch, and it's a blend of the Grandeur and the King's Upright from Christian Hansen's piano book page, which is a free library, and I love the blend of these two. Just feel that we can raise the volume on this a little bit. Hey, David! So I'm just trying to figure out an idea of what I'm going to write with Nashville. Really feel that I want to try something more calm. I need to tape my sustain pedal to the ground. No, I still love the Woodchester. That's another great piano. It really depends on the mood. Right now I feel Thank God for retrospective recording now. So, I don't know. Was it good? That was a tad loud. No, don't delete. Okay, kind of. Ish. That works fine. That does not work fine. There we go. Okay. No. No. Go away. That was shit. Not gonna do that. 94.4. 2, 3. I think we need to start with a melody. That's better. Okay. Starts to sound a bit Christmassy. That's even slower. 1, 2, 3. Was that it? Maybe even a slower. 80. I think that might work. Oh, that A is shit there. Not A major. Nope, 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 nope. I think I still can go slower. And I need more strings, so let's combine violin B and A. Also do close and wide, no decker. Keep them to the left as well. Oh, need to put them onto channel 1 as well. And also, I think we can have a little bit more reverb on these. Sounds better. Okay, we're getting there. That sounds pretty nice. I think that's something to go with. So I could technically hard quantize the whole thing because of the 140 milliseconds delay. I missed the legato transition here. There was something odd with the mod wheel here. Modulation. That's 16th there. Just hearing this line. Nope. That's why. 8th notes. Okay, so we can turn down the black hole a little bit on this and duplicate this and put a viola below that. So viola legato. Let's not do both. Let's just do the viola A. Again, close and wide, just for the sake of doing it. Keeping the close mic in the center, so I have the violas in the center. So now I need to figure out what the chords are. G to D. Okay, let's just trying to build something. That was bad. Hey Ryan, good to have you here. So if any one of you has questions in regards to NSS, Ryan is your man to answer them. And thanks for providing a giveaway copy today. We can quickly check where we add with entries. So random comment picker tells us we have 127 entries. Holy moly. So your chances are getting slimmer and slimmer. But what can I say? It's a great library, so I can totally understand why people are eager to get a free copy of that. But even if you don't, check out audioollie.com and grab the library at Enterprise if you're into the sound. It's actually two libraries in one, with a lot of different sound sculpting capabilities. But let's try again to build the harmonic foundation. Let's start with the bass. I think that's easier. I build it from the ground. So we do bass, legato, sending that to string low long, and starting off with the basses, legato. There we go. Again, close and wide. Bring them a little bit to the right. Okay. Seems fair. So we are starting on G. Oh, going over B. So yeah, kind of like that. Yes, fishing for sound, you are correct. Twitch unfortunately gives like an 1000 error. I'm not really sure where that is coming from. I can't really tell. I looked it up. It says it's an issue with your cookie settings and your cookie with your settings. But I can't for the life of me figure out what's really going on. So I apologize for everyone who's trying to watch on Twitch. Head over to YouTube and watch there. And maybe then I will find out what's going on later. But for now, we have to stick to YouTube. That was wrong. And then we can do an octave jump here. That sounds very nice. So I'm gonna duplicate this. Let's put in a cello. I could be lazy and just do the octave in the cello, but I don't want to do that. So I'm not really sure what I'm doing here. But I mean, isn't it always like that when we're composing? We have no idea what we're doing until we start doing it. And for that, maybe we should take the B cello to have a little softer sound. I think the B cello is just a tad softer than the A. Let's see. That intro is nice. Let's try that. There is room for improvement, let's put it like that. But I mean, sometimes I just like to lay down an idea and then tweak it later. Kind of like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Landing on the third and the cellos. And just need to bring this all the way down. I actually do like that. Da, 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 da. So. Okay. So let's see what we can do with the viola. Maybe a little movement. Oh, moving in parallel fifth. Not a good idea. Change that. Change that to shorts. We do shorts in the violas. Viola's shorts. Maybe just a tad to the left. Okay, let's try that. I want to have more control of the volume, so I set this more to like 70%. So it gives me the softest velocity. When I bring the expand button up to like 70%, it gets even quieter. And for the recording, I may change the offset to I actually like the sound better even with the track delay, with the negative delay. So let's see if we can record something. Okay, let's try this. 2, 3, 4. That was way out of time. But again, just recording something to have a basis, and then we can tweak it later. So I think we are at the point where we can turn off the piano and just check all of these together. Yeah, that was fine. And velocity is a little bit all over the place, so let's try to nudge that down a little bit. Don't want to have that much movement. And on the last part here, we can bring these down. Down. So we could, I feel that that melody, we can layer that melody a little bit with some nice vocal patches. Let's see what we have. Choir woman. Let's try the soft from Metropolis. Maybe even the kids. Let's try the kids here. Okay. Let's see. What was the main melody? But it reacts a little bit slow, so come on. There we go. Okay, I think that could work. Okay. Melody is simpler there. No ornamentation. Oh yeah, that was that. I need to move these a little bit around. I don't want to do the MIDI offset on these right now, so I'm just manually moving them around. That sounds rather nice. And someone mentioned trombones before, so I feel we could indeed do that. So go with sustain, mix setting, just very soft. Oh, that's the bass trombone. Go away. Don't need all of these. No legato. Okay. Okay, let's see what we can do. Trombones. Just need to be very careful with the mod wheel. I just want to have that lowest register. Ish. It's yeah, it's kind of. I think that is quarter notes. And minus 60. Oops. Lost my modulation there. Like this. That was a bit long. What happened? Put the modway all the way down. Don't put the modway all the way down. A little movement. Too much movement. Maybe we should re-trigger that. Give them some time to breathe, huh? They are still humans, after all. And again, too far out. Okay, that sounds pretty nice. All together. We could put a horns on the second part. I like that. Just for the second half. Getting a little more film score-ish, kind of. I think we can even go slower. Overall, I would turn down the brass stem. Really just a quick idea there. laying down. But if we listen to the strings on their own again, I really like the sound of the Nashville scoring strings. What I would do is maybe, I mean, we have the seventh heaven in there. I could imagine that they take well to something like VEQ to bring in even a little more shine in the top end. Bring that up a little. Maybe also do a low cut below 47. And maybe give them a little bit more belly at around 270. And also just a tad more presence. Very subtle there. So let's see what that sounds like. Without. With. It's very subtle. I don't want to go too much because then it gets very sharp. And that 4.7, maybe 3.9 kind of brings out the, yeah, how do you put it, the resin a little bit. Yeah, it's already too much. Doesn't need that much. Bye, Remco. See you next time. Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, I really like that sound, and maybe bring the seventh heaven after the EQ, turn it up a notch even. So a little more reverb on the long strings. And then again bring in the rest of the orchestra that we did there. Sounds like that. No, it doesn't. Because everything is muted. I would try to put a little bit of stereo spread on the master. So what we could do is Imager, there we go. I mean, by far is that from a full composition. I just wanted to start writing something, and I feel that the library really lends itself to some cinematic and yeah, just scoring type of writing. It really sounds great for that. Haven't done the shorts yet. Do we have a preset here? Modern width. Let's try that. Well, Ryan, if you want to stay for just one more minute, because we're going to draw the winner right now, because I am going to call it a day as well. I really like where that was going. That was quite a long stream, but there's quite a lot of instruments in the stream as in the library as well, so that explains itself. If you are not going to be one of the lucky ones who is going to grab a copy, check out audioollie.com/Nashville scoring strings. to buy a copy. Ryan, how long is the enterprise going? I think till the end of the week, right? So $349 instead of $499 for technically 2 string libraries in one. How do you enter? Last chance. So we have 1 more minute. Head over to Facebook and leave a comment underneath this Facebook post that I have just posted in the chat. So, okay, the enterprise is till December 1st. And right now we are looking at, let's check that out. So, you know, it's the link we're using. Doesn't work, of course. Thank you very much. Paste again. Oh, it's counting long. 134 comments. So 1 in 134 will have the chance of winning the library. Also, don't forget our Black Friday sales are going on. Oh yeah, right. I forgot to mention that. There is Black Friday. How could I not think of that? There's Black Friday going on, everyone. So you can get also LA Modern Percussion, also for $349 instead of $499, and the Yuki, which we did a stream a while ago with, great little instrument, is $105 instead of $149. So just a reminder there. Scoring synth, I haven't had a hand on yet. Maybe that's another stream at some point in the future. Right, let me know. But yeah, overall, I really dig the sound of the scoring strings. Nashville scoring strings, to be precise, especially with the possibility to layer these 2 different, even if it's just derived from some sample wizardry and not a unique recording of 2 different, or not 2 different recordings, but I don't really care. For me, it's most important that it works. And the strings really work well together, the violin A and violin B, and all the other sections with A and B. I like the cello B sound, for example, a little more. There are some niggles that I would have wished for a little bit more release time on some of the samples, especially on the longs. They cut off very, very short for my taste. But that's just a minor issue. I mean, the library would be my absolute favorite replacement in my template if there was also slurred legato or even portamento. So, but the bow change legato works well for, I would say, 95% of the way. And I mean, you know how it is. You don't have the one library to rule them all. So if you need a portamento, then you just grab a library that has it, like Cinematic Studio Strings, for example, or anything like that. So overall, really, really well done. Maybe in a future update, we could see the marcados being able to be controlled with velocity and not only mod wheel, because the marcados would really benefit from being more playable through velocity instead of having to ride the mod wheel with that, because they sound gorgeous. It's just the playability is a little bit off when you need to ride the mod wheel for marcados. Yeah, overall, I think it's a really solid library. The price is great, especially if you grab it on Enterprise for $349. And awesome job, Ollie. I really dig it. So here's a last listen to what we did with the library today, with that little, not piece, but quick section of writing with the strings. And so take another listen and then we do the drawing. So good luck, everyone. Last call. After that playthrough, we will do the giveaway. So for now, thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks Ollie for providing the NFR copy and for providing us a copy for the review. So, or hands-on, not review. But here is what it sounds like. Thank you very much for tuning in, and giveaway after that. I really feel that I need to keep going on that piece. So I will save that as an initial idea and keep working on that. It seems to be a nice theme coming along. I mean, it's very, very generic overall. It sounds like I have heard it before, at least in kind of similar vein. But maybe it's worth pursuing and doing something more with it. So everyone in the chat room and on the stream, thanks so much for tuning in. It was very fun. My first stream from back in good old Europe. Some things still to do on the studio, so I will likely upgrade that in the next future and next days. There's a bunch of streams coming. On Monday, we will take a look at Red Room Audio's Sounds from Hell. On Tuesday, I mean, it's Black Friday week, so the streams come rolling in this week like nothing is left to do. On Tuesday, we will have a look at the one stream I'm really looking forward to. I wanted to do that for a long time. Dresov sampling Afflatus with a new 1.3 update, so we take a look at Afflatus strings. And last call, where are we? 144, and I think we need the window in full size to really make that worthwhile, so we can keep the music running. And 100, holy moly, 144, and only one winner. Well, such is life. Do you plan to comment after the Orchestral Tour contest about the results? I think some of your followers have definitely participated. Maybe you can give us an idea. I haven't looked into that. And honestly, I mean, I have kept my mouth shut with a Spitfire contest back then. It was interesting to follow all the discussion online there. I really loved what David did with a winning entry. I'm not really sure if it's absolutely necessary to comment on that. Maybe we do like listening to some of the stuff that you guys did. We could listen to some of the entries on another listening to a track stream. That would be something we could do. I would be interested in that. But yeah, we will schedule that for way after the competition, because otherwise we'll get in the way with what Orchestral Tools is doing. You say it wisely. Don't get into that discussion. So, let's go. One winner for tonight. 144 doesn't get more. I feel we have a lucky winner in a little bit. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Who's it gonna be? The winner tonight of Scoring Strings, Min Jin. Congratulations. Coming soon in Spanish. Yo no hablo español. Perdón. But I'm working on it. And yeah. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Minjin, congratulations on winning the library. I will get in touch with you. And I will get in touch with you, and then Audio Ollie will get in touch with you. Ryan, thanks for providing the giveaway copy, and Audio Ollie. Ryan, thanks for stopping by on the stream. Shut Martin Audio, so sorry. It's Minjin. And yeah, see you next time. Thank you everyone for tuning in. It was gorgeous having you here. And I'm looking forward to new streams and having you guys along the ride. Thanks so much, and see you next time. Bye-bye.